Hey, what's up, and welcome to another edition of the Raccoon Society. This is a very special edition. I'm here in the haunted Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City with a very special, very old friend. Well, she's not very old, but we've been friends a long time. This is Carah Faye from Shiny Toy Guns.
Hey.
And she's going to be the guest on this answer. She's going to give some sort of her sage-like advice from
a woman's side.
A woman's perspective. And the question that we've chosen to answer comes from Kimberly Rains. I posted the question below so you guys can read it in full, but it's I think it's a really good question. I have a couple thoughts on it. It's in the relationships section, and so I want to get Carah Faye's opinion. What do you think? You read the question. What do you think about Kimberly Rains? How's she doing? What do you think she should do? Do you relate to her at all?
I would say, first of all, does this say how old she is?
Mm-mm.
Okay. When I was young, I didn't want kids. I was a crazy tomboy. Didn't like want boys, girls. Didn't want anything. I was just happy. I was playing football with dudes, and I was far too manly. I'm just kidding. This is going off topic. But basically, I suddenly reached a point where I think a clock starts ticking, and not necessarily for children or for a relationship or for anything, but for me personally, that's sort of what happened. And I've, for the past however many years, many years actually, probably the last half of my life, it's been a series of long relationships. So that's sort of where I come from. And coming from that, and coming from long relationships that ended up not working out, because I did see that you wrote something like, a lot of people don't stay in 30-plus year marriages, and it's disappointing to see. It is disappointing to see. The sanctity of marriage is dwindling at the wayside, and it's very sad. But at the same time, having been in long-term relationships and now a marriage that didn't work myself, I can tell you that I don't regret a day of it. I don't regret a day of love invested in those relationships. And even if they don't work, I'm a huge fan of jumping with both feet and giving my heart to someone. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. And you can't live afraid of something, afraid of getting hurt, afraid of it not working out or not being what you should have done. If you were there and you gave it everything, then what's to regret, And if you meet someone special, and I think sort of you said that you weren't, you were happy alone. You were happy, doing what you're doing right now, and that's amazing. But when you meet someone that betters yourself and betters your day, betters your life, makes you laugh, like you'll know what these people who keep repeating themselves to you, as you said, and keep saying the same thing over and over again. You'll know that you'll know what they mean. And until then, I understand where you're at if you haven't found that person yet, because that's just as fine too. And you have to be happy alone to have someone else make you happy. That's just how it works. So I would say you're not really in a bad spot. To be honest, if you're happy, then you're happy. That's what life is about, being happy to me. So, but don't fear love. Don't fear a relationship. Don't fear children. Don't fear anything of that. It'll come when it comes, and when you're ready, you'll know. And you're young. I know you are. So you don't have to worry about it now. And it's not abnormal. There's other people who don't want to be in relationships as well.
I think that's a perfect answer. I think just to add on a little bit to that, I think prior to experiencing a kind of an intense in love feeling, and prior to experiencing true heartbreak, it's easy to kind of look at it from an outside and look at it as kind of absurd and as kind of unnecessary. And it's not until you truly experience it that you do really understand the purpose of it. And I think, just like with anything in life, you really need to experience it firsthand, and that's what life is all about, is kind of discovering it.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps, Kimberly. Thanks for writing in. Everyone else, keep writing in. We keep reading them all, even though I don't get to all of them. And thank you very much, Carah Faye,
My pleasure.
for such wonderful insight. And this is it. Signing off until the next time. Thank you for visiting the Raccoon Society.